All right, ladies and gentlemen, Terry.
Another day of paradise, baby.
This is a horrible disease we got, man. This has to stop.
What's up?
We just picked up another motor, dude.
Oh!
We just picked up this 2JZ GTE.
For what? What are you guys gonna do with it?
I don't know. We're planning it out. So she's a front sump, obviously. So it's an Aristo. This is where the girl came out of. So she is all stock right now. Unfortunately, as you can see, there is no turbo on here. There's no snail. So we're gonna be making sure this thing runs. We are gonna get it started, just how we did our that KA that I slipped into that video. Making sure everything's getting its right powers. There's obviously spark. The fuel injectors are working. Timing's gonna be right, and everything else is gonna pop off.
If you guys didn't know, this motor actually does come twin turbo from factory. So
But right now it's
no turbo.
no turbo. So we're gonna be piecing this thing together. We got this thing for another part, but we ended up just picking up the whole motor. It was kind of just a better bang for our buck. So right now we're just gonna set the camera up, post it up. I don't think it's gonna be a long video. It's kind of us just starting this motor up and just adding the other motor to our collection. You know, we got the KAs, the 1Js, the 2JZ GE, 2JZ GTE. We're gonna be doing a 1.5 RBs, rotaries. So I mean, we got all the motors. We ain't stopping now, boys. We ain't stopping.
Let's get this thing on the road.
Yeah, I want to hear this thing. So let's see what noise we can make.
All right.
So as you can see, obviously that was a pretty sketchy start, but it's all good. We need to make sure that everything is working. You can see it leaking fluid, it's all good. There's no turbo. What's the turbo? Gotta have the turbo feed. So that's leaking, but we needed to make sure everything was working on as far as the wiring, the coil, the injectors.
Fuel. Let's
Yep.
go.
Trigger wheels all working, and since this is a throttle body, it is intelligent, so you do need to power all that up. So there's a couple guys on YouTube that show you how to wire these JZs up. One of our good ones that we do like to watch is called a Top Secret Garage. So he definitely shows some information. If you haven't come across him or whatnot, you know, no need to fear. We're gonna show you what wires you need to wire up to get your JZ started. So as you come down here, you'll have 5 clips. This is only if you have a non-immobilizer. If you have the immobilizer,
You're done.
yeah, you're kind of shit out of luck. I'm sorry, guys. So starting right off the bat, you have the 2 harnesses furthest away, right next to the immobilizer. So these 2 harnesses are what's going to the body harness. These are what's going to the body harnesses. So right off the bat, you have your 2 red and black wires. You're gonna grab those. You're gonna give those 12-volt switch. The black and yellow wire is gonna be battery 12-volt permanent. So basically the ECU is learning. So you're gonna have that on constant. You're gonna have the orange and black wire. That is going to be, ooh, I actually forgot what it was, but it is important. You need to have, I think it's gonna be for the injectors. And then on your throttle body, for it to work correctly, you need to have the yellow and the purple and yellow wire. So these are gonna be off from the 2 body harnesses. And then now if you come over to the, where is it? These 2 guys, these run to a separate chassis harness that runs
to the body clip.
Yeah, this will run next to your ECU if you have like an IS or a GS. So this will be this big white clip. The fat black and yellow wire will be your starter. So instead of starter signal, so instead of running a battery to a wire to your starter, you can just tap into that. And then you have the 2
black and white
wires. These are going to be for your coils and for your injectors. You're going to give those as well 12-volt switch. So yet again, we got your 2 black and reds.
And yes, we didn't tell you guys anything about a ground. All you have to do is just make sure that the block or the head is grounded, because internally the ECU is
already grounded. So you have this you have this ground on here, and then you have another one tucked away somewhere. Oh, right there. She's literally right there.
The ECU actually sends the signal pulse is by a ground.
Yep. So as long as you got your ground from your battery to your block, or obviously if you're not having it here, your battery is on your chassis, and then now your block is grounded to your chassis. So you'll have your constant flow. Once you have those wires, boom, you're good to go. She's running and starting. She's off. Now you'll start getting 2J noises, start hearing some turbo whistles. This does work, you know, for 2JZ, 1JZ, VVTi with the ETCSI. If you don't have it, you don't have to worry about the throttle body. You're just worrying about a drive-by wire. So this is this old girl. We don't really know what to put it in. I mean, we do know what motor car to put it in, but we're not rushing right now. We're getting both our girls situated, as you can see. So the 2J will be up for another future video. If we do get bored, maybe throw it in this white one if we have some time. Yeah, but at times what we're fighting. Anything else you want to say?
We got lucky. We didn't have to put the neutral safety switch on, but sometimes people get the motors with it being in like first, second, third, or in a gear, and then you do the same thing what we just did, and it cranks and cranks and cranks. You're getting 12 volts to everything, but it's not firing because the neutral safety switch isn't, you know, in the neutral or the park. So you just got to make sure you're doing that, and everything should be ready to go.
Yep.
But as long as you guys got the non-immobilizer ECU, it's okay.
Pretty good. So this is kind of a little short video on basically how to get your JZ started on the engine stand. As you can see, we have nothing fancy here. All you need is that engine harness and those 2 body clips. Other than that, I hope you guys have liked and enjoyed our other videos. We definitely see the love. Can't wait for you guys to join us on the future journey that we're gonna have stored once these cars are running.